Just so I wanted to introduce tonight Anahita, who's joining us tonight with her harp and her bowls, and Danjo San, our friend who's joining us from Hiroshima, outside Hiroshima in Japan, from his 500-year-old temple. And Miyoko, who's translating for Danjo San.
Helper. Yes.
Yeah. So we are very lucky that we are all together tonight. And I will start with a meditation that allows us to calm down and get focused, but also allows us to feel our interdependence, because it seems interdependence is really the how would I say, the important thing right now that we need to remember. It feels a little bit as a world we are at this fork between compassion or self-protection or self-preoccupation, as countries, as people, as communities. And so tonight we are definitely voting for compassion and for interdependence. And so that's what we want to dedicate this evening for. We want to dedicate it for our earth and for us as children of the earth, and as people who meditate, so that we can be more in balance and we can be more healthy and we can be more unafraid and more engaged for the benefit of our world. So this is what this evening is dedicated to. And I'm so glad that Anahita and Danjo San and you all are with us this evening. So without much to do, because we asked Danjo San later to give a little talk to us, which will be translated by Miyoko, I thought I'll start with the first meditation. So I ask you to make yourself comfortable. Maybe having your spine straight, being alert, but very relaxed. Soft shoulders, soft face, being here now. Let yourself settle into the sensations in your body. Notice that you're here right now in your room and in this virtual space that we all share. And both the room you're in right now and the virtual space are both part of this world of Gaia, our living a life earth. And our living a life earth is part of this huge, unlimited field of becoming, always changing, always co-rising, always evolving together here right now. For a moment, notice the sensations in your body. The body you're at home in. Allow your eyes and face and jaw to relax. Your shoulders to soften. Notice the area of your chest where your heart is. Breath flowing through ever so gently. Belly softening. Feel your seat solidly connected to the chair, the cushion, the ground, the earth. Your whole body being filled with presence. Just be aware of what feels tight, what feels loose, where's maybe ache or numbness or a sense of vibration. Just notice its aliveness. Then notice the very subtle, natural movement of breath. Breath brushing in with the in-breath. Breath brushing out with the out-breath. Being aware of your posture. Breath brushing back in. Breath expanding with the in-breath, letting go with the out-breath. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Feeling your whole body and breath brushing back in. breath expanding with the inhale, letting go with the exhale. Breath breathing you. And notice breath arising ever so gently and falling ever so gently. Surrender to the sensation and movement of breath. And allow your body to be breathed. And for a moment, imagine that the walls of your house are not there and that you're sitting out on the land, right on the ground, comfortable and firm. And you feel the air, the trees around you. And with each inhale, you take in the oxygen of the trees. And with each exhale, let out the carbon dioxide of the exhale. Trees receiving gently, compassionately. With each inhale, receive the oxygen of the trees. And with each exhale, let go to the trees. For a moment, imagine breathing in unison with the trees, the world, the planet around you. Receiving with the inhale giving with the exhale. Receiving the oxygen of the world, the trees, and giving your exhale. And allow this breath together with those trees, plants, bushes, flowers, to give you stability and solidity, richness and comfort. Sitting on this earth, taking in with the inhale, letting out with the exhale. And allow your body, allow the world to be breathed. Allow your body, allow the trees, allow everything to be breathed. In a completely interconnected, synchronous, constantly co-rising way. And from this place of complete interconnectedness with the world, with nature, with Gaia, feel the compassion, the confidence, that you can give and receive with the world around you. That you can take in the love, the caring of the trees, and that you can give out love, caring to the people and the animals in this world. From this complete richness that you experience, being filled with the energy, the oxygen of the trees, the plants, the earth. Feel that you can give out well-wishing to this world, caring and compassion. Taking in the energy, the oxygen of Gaia, of the trees, and giving out well-wishing to yourself. So to the one you are right now in this strange, wondrous, surreal, and often painful world. taking in the energy, the oxygen from the trees, giving out caring, love. Then again, take in the energy, the oxygen, the goodness of the trees, and give out the caring, the love to your loved ones, to those you care about, those you worry about. Taking in the oxygen, giving out love. Allow breath to breathe you. Allow trees and grass and plants and earth to breathe you. And again, take in with the inhale the oxygen, the energy of wholeness. With the exhale, breathe out to all those in this world you worry about, who might be afraid, who might be ill, who might be poor, who might be excluded. Taking in the in-breath from the trees, breathing out the out-breath, the caring, the love for all creatures in this world. For all creatures in this world. Taking in the fullness, the oxygen, the energy. Giving out love and caring. And with that comes the wish that all beings may be healthy and all beings may be well taken care of and all beings may be free. And that we become what we need to become to allow this to happen. With the help of the trees, with the help of the earth, with the help of the field of being. May the benefits of this meditation go out into the world and beyond.
We can stay here in this meditative state if we like, and just bringing to mind the two wings of the bird here, the compassion and mindfulness, flying the bird. We think of compassion as warming and mindfulness as cooling. And there can be this beautiful sweetness infused, love infused into mindfulness. And so we'll move into opening up awareness through our five senses. We'll end with sound. So just starting with our eyes closed. Even with our eyes closed, noticing what we see on the backs of our eyelids. The interplay of color and light dancing, perhaps. And bringing awareness to anything we might smell in the air. Allowing scents to come to us. Noticing perhaps taste in the mouth. It's already there. And touch. Perhaps we might even like to bring hand to the heart, both hands to the heart. Or another soothing place like the arms, giving ourselves a hug, the belly. Just noticing the warmth of touch, almost as if we could feel kindness streaming through our hands and into us. And lastly, opening up our awareness to the sense of sound. Not searching out sounds, but rather just allowing them to come to us one by one. It's almost as if you can feel the kindness and warmth of sound wrapping over us all in this bigger field of open-hearted awareness. Opening up to the kindness of sound.
Thank you, Anahita. Danjo San, we are so happy you are here with us. 男女さんよろしくお願いします。
はい。皆さんお元気でしょうか？
How are you, everybody?
この字が読めますか？
Can you read this character? Can you read this word?
Yes. Happy Earth Day is a L. Love L is a 幸せということですね。
L means happiness. どうして L が幸せなんですか？
ラッキ
ー。L can stand lucky.
O。これは酸素という意味があります。
So, O means well, we can be interpreted as oxygen.
Yes. V。V は声です。voice ですね。
V can stand for voice.
E。これは earth。
E can stand earth.
Yes. 地球の声。
So this is the voice of the earth.
それは私たちは酸素があるから幸せなんだという意味。
So look at this line, and because we see oxygen, so we are lucky. We've been blessed because we do have oxygen to breathe.
例えばリンゴはありますね。
For example,
リンゴ。これを地球に例えると、酸素のある部分というのはリンゴの皮ぐらいのところです。
So like, for example, look at the apple. and maybe the skin outside of the apple, the skin can be said oxygen covered by oxygen.
そうです。これです。
This is
アップル。そう。もうわずか薄い皮の中でしか私たちは存在してないというところです。
So look at this apple. This apple exists with just a thin, covered by thin skin.
もしこの酸素がなくなったとしたら、あっという間に我々も他のもう大好きなペットもルーシーもなくなっちゃいます。
Without oxygen and become so bold, no protection, we may die.
わずか1ミリも満たないぐらいのところに、このリンゴの皮と同じように1ミリぐらいのところに私たちは地球の中に生かさせてもらってる。
It's like, our life exists just like a thin layer of like apple skin, and inside of where it exists in between. Just like
そうです。
life is like that.
これはまさにラッキーなことですね。
So we've been, lucky.
とてもラッキーです。で、ここにお茶がありますけれども、美味しいお茶をいただける。
So I'm going to
このとても美味しい味のお水も、とてもラッキーなことです。
We do have water, abundant of water that we can have, and we are lucky.
この L から始まる Love は、
Love begins from L.
私たちはこの地球に存在していることがとてもラッキーだったということに気づいてほしい。
I would like to invite you to feel how blessed or lucky to be alive on this earth and today.
私は今から25年、ごめんなさい、30年前に、
It's about 30 years ago.
アメリカのアポロ宇宙飛行士のコンラッド船長に会いました。
I was able to meet this coral
はい、彼です。
astronauts and Mr. Conrad.
アポロ12号の宇宙飛行士でした。
He was one of staff there, and one of was staff astronauts.
隣の彼女は奥様です。
So here's his wife.
彼女のごめんなさい、コンラッドさんの講演会の時に私は日本の講演会で彼と会いました。その時の写真です。
Here's my photo when I met Mr. Conrad. He was a guest speaker in Japan.
彼は地球を外から見た写真を初めて撮った方です。
So he's the first person took the photo of the Earth from outside, out in the space.
これは彼のサインです。
So this is his signature.
はい、リアルなサインですね。
It's not
で、
real.
彼の講演会の時に地球に帰る時の話を聞きました。
So I vividly remember what he said, his experience of returning to the earth.
真っ暗な暗闇の中に青い光が光ってる。
So it was a dark, pitch dark, and he saw blue earth, just blue, vivid blue earth.
それは宝石のように輝いてる。
So he said like a kind of the earth was like a jewel, bright blue jewel in the darkness.
彼は地球に帰る前に地球の丸い写真を撮らなければいけない使命がありました。
So he said that he has assignment before his departure, and he has to take the photo of the earth from out of the space.
このタイミングで写真が一番美しく撮れるというその瞬間に、その宇宙船のガラスのところは曇ってしまったらしいです。
So here Mr. Conrad says that there was a perfect timing to take a photo of the earth. And then he noticed that the window was kind of fogged.
彼は何度もこれを写真を撮りたいと思った時に彼は祈ったらしいです。
So he kind of, wrestled with this fogginess of the window and balancing the perfect moment in the fog, the window. And so,
どうか神様、この地球の写真を撮らせてくださいという祈ったらしいですね。
that moment that he kind of said prayer, that is, please, that I want to take this photo and want to bring back to the earth.
その時に一瞬にその曇ってたガラスがわっときれいに地球が見えた。
How can we say it's a miracle, but prayer answered? But that moment, this window cleared up free from the fog, the moisture.
その瞬間に私はいい地球の写真を撮って帰ることができたという話を、講演会で聞きました。
His lecture hall that he said that moment that something happened, I was able to take a perfect photo.
彼は言いました。神は外じゃなくて私の中にいたからこそこの奇跡が起きたんだと彼は言いました。
He said, the God, excuse me, God is not out there, but I realize God is in me.
私たちの中に奇跡を起こさせる力がある。
So there's something that we all have a strength or power to something that kind of miraculous way happens inside of us for all of this, Mr. Conrad, the moment of the photograph, moment of
それはどうしてできたかというと、彼は喜びの中に生きようとした私の心がそうさせたと言いました。
So he said, what happened to me was I was kind of in the awe experience. This awe, AWE, experience of awe was able to, this miraculous things happened.
これから喜びに生きるという話をちょっと短くお話ししようと思います。
To speak, the, trying to speak about happiness or joyfulness.
実は3日前に私のお寺の檀家様105歳のおばあちゃんが亡くなられました。
Days ago, my sangha, one of the temple members, died. She was 105 years old.
75年前にご主人は戦争で亡くなりました。
Her husband passed away. Her husband died during the WW2.
2人の子供はいました。
She has to raise 2 children as a single mother.
今80歳ですね、子供さんは。
So, her child, his oldest is 80 years old.
当時はまだまだ小さい、もう生まれたてですね。
So,
5歳です。
5 years old when
5歳と7歳の長女を育て上げました。
So and also this oldest son and the youngest daughter, and as a single mother, she raised them.
もちろん戦後ですから食べるものもそんなにない、お金もない。
Of course, after the World War II, Japan has struggled with the poverty, especially hunger. Didn't have enough money to raise.
でも一生懸命彼女は子供たちを育て上げようとしました。
So she kind of put an entire love to support her children.
毎日毎日の食事を作らなければなりません。
So every day she cooked for them.
でもそれは喜びを持って食事を作ってたということに気づいてほしいということを話しました。
So what she said was that she cooked a meal for her children. But I want to tell you this, she was not obligated to cook for her children. But just
毎日毎日、昼の食事も、夕方の食事も、朝の食事も、喜びを持って作ってたということですね。
the joy and happiness raising the 2 children.
その連続がずっと続いて105歳までの寿命に至ったということです。
This was a kind of every single day, not obligated, but with the joy of seeing her children to grow. And so this is not like 3 times a week or things, every single day without anything. So she was able to live with this joy to the end, 105 years old. She died with the joy.
その喜びに生きようとした心が毎日毎日の食事が届けられ奇跡が起きていったと私は信じています。
Life itself, I believe, is not obligated or that's something we have to do, but something our action cooking, cleaning. Action comes out from our love, joy. That's what kind of I want to cultivate this space in an everyday life. Even this is the darkest moment. This is only with, this is it.
もし
Maybe
も彼女が恐怖や恐れを選んだとしたならば、
at that time, if loss of her husband at the war, if she chose with the staying with the sorrow and the fear and anger,
彼女は105歳までは生きれなかったかもしれません。
I wonder
もちろん子供たちも育っていくことが不可能だったかもしれません。
but she chose to be this really cultivating compassion and love. She chose. But there was a sorrow as well. But she cultivated this strong love. The children, her children was the mirror of this compassion. So
そう。
it's kind of tragic, and yet she chose to cultivate love and compassion, seeing her children to grow.
喜びに生きるということを今私たちは学ぼうとしなければならないと私は思います。
So learning from my temple member, she was joyful, didn't have any bitterness until her last breath to depart her age 105 years old.
105歳まで生きれるという誰もそれは分かれないですけれども、
How can
先
you
ほどの
live 105? But this, she was a living example, or she departed, but of a choice, the power of a choice cultivating during the darkest moment in her life.
宇
And
宙飛行士のコンラッド船長のように、
so Mr. Conrad also, the moment that it was like almost he may not make it, he could not make it to have a perfect photograph of Earth. But
この地球の写真を人類のために写真を撮って、その喜びを持って彼は地球に帰ってきたんだろうと思ってます。
kind of, I'm guessing when return back to the Earth, imagine that his joy and happiness that is he completed his assignment of taking the jewel, like taking a photo of jewel like the Earth. That's we all see every day.
いや、
Because of him.
Thank you。今日はもうぜひこの Love、
Love.
酸素がしっかりあるということ、地球の中に毎日毎日おいしい空気を吸って生きていきましょう。
Oxygen is delicious. Let's thank. We have a delicious oxygen. And I wanted to say, Danjo San, we are really in a difficult time around the world right now.
Oh, yes, yes.
Our environmental crisis, but the corona crisis. And I have been, if any of you wants, you should be Facebook friends with Danjo San, because something very miraculous. Danjo San every day puts a video up that he makes in quarantine in his monastery, which is a really beautiful piece of art. And it's kind of every day. I'm not usually looking at my Facebook, but I now do look, because every day there is a little video that Danjo San makes, like a little art video. He makes every day, and I just admire this, you know, in this dark time where you're quarantined out in your monastery and you're living all by yourself and you're all alone there. You are making every day this little piece of art that no matter what, this piece of love you send out to the world. So I wanted to thank you for that. And that's why I recommend everybody become Facebook friends.
Yeah.
Facebook person, but this is worth it. And I just think it takes incredible stamina and determination and really love to keep going and putting out every day a piece of art. And to kind of, you know, stay creative, like Anahita and Daniel and many others, Michael going to his hospital, and, you know, to make this choice of, no matter how worried we may be, no matter how scared we may be, to go on with a spirit of giving. And I think it really actually helps me to think of being replenished by Gaia, the earth, and giving love back. So I was just wondering if anybody would like to unmute yourself and add anything or ask anything. How about
Yes.
Anahita? Do you? You are our conspirator tonight. You have to.
Yeah, you know, I think one, I don't know if it's a question or a thought, but just been thinking a lot about, you know, when we feel the sadness in us, it's, you know, or the collective pain. I've been kind of working with letting it kind of shake through, and then thinking of that word someone taught me, brutiful, you know, that life can be brutal and beautiful all at once. And I feel like that's what we are seeing right now, and we can kind of just like savor that bittersweetness. That's where I'm kind of at with it these days.
Thank you, Anahita. It's a beautiful.
Thank you.
Anybody else liking to add?
I'll just say that I think this is a nice way to celebrate Earth Day. I wasn't able to attend Earth Day, and I heard it was online, and I didn't manage to get there. And so this was a wonderful Earth Day celebration. Thank you for celebrating Earth, and really evoked a feeling of gratitude towards the Earth and towards all of you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Harrison.
I have to make an admission, which is when I started the meditation, because there was so much going on, I hadn't completely planned it out. I knew there were the trees, there was the earth, but I didn't know exactly where it would go. So the meditation kind of made itself. So I hope so. Earth was really co-creating the meditation. So thank you. Thank you, Earth, for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very, very much, all of you. And
Yes. Joyful.
Thank you.
Thank you. And if
Thank
you want
you.
to unmute yourself and just kind of say goodbye or
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Blessings.
blessings.
Your day.
I'm gonna go
Good
friend
night.
on Facebook now.
So if you're not on Facebook, is there a way to see the daily art from Danjo?
But yes,
If
please check the Soken
not-
Danjo.
What was that if you're not on Facebook? What
If
was
you're
that?
not on Facebook, I'm not on Facebook, but I want to see Danjo's art.
Me too. What did Don just want to say?
I think he has a website. Sukin.
Facebook にないので、男女さんの、美しい記事とかそういうのを送ってますか、Facebook にないで。ダニエルさん、見たい Facebook に入ってないそうです。
ああ、なるほど。
Harrison, do you know the answer?
I thought that maybe Danjo was suggesting that he might have a website where he might post this. Is that true? Can you ask?
How about we next Wednesday we will tell you how to do it.
All right.
He could be your only friend.
Next week.
Stay well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Danjo-san.
Good night.
Good night.
Good dream. Good dream.
Love you all.
Bye bye.
Love you all.
Stay well.
Bye.
Love you.